Hello and welcome to Vietnam Journal, our daily English news bulletin on NETVIET VTC10. I'm Ngọc Anh speaking from Hanoi. Every day we'll bring you comprehensive and up-to-date information about Vietnam and following our major stories on Friday. Vietnam discusses measures to promote FDI efficiency. Belgian Crown Prince visits Vietnam City to boost investment. And will visit Chân Temple, a historical and architectural artwork of Vietnam. A conference entitled Solutions to Boosting and Improving the Quality of FDI Inflows into Vietnam took place in Hanoi on Thursday. The event was co-organized by Vietnam's Foreign Investment Department and the country's Center for Foreign Investment Studies.
More than 250 domestic and foreign representatives from organizations, industrial and processing hubs from local to central levels attended the event. Two topics were comprehensively discussed during the event. They were directing the FDI growth in terms of quality and solutions to promote FDI efficiency. This event was expected to connect businesses and investors with authorities in order to meet the common goal of creating a favorable business environment, which paves the way for socio-economic strategies fulfillment by the year 2020.
On the sidelines of the conference, some experts and businessmen shared their opinions on Vietnam's business environment. They also suggested different solutions to make Vietnam more attractive to foreign investors.
The economic situation worldwide, of course, also had its impact on Vietnam, and it's good for the Vietnamese government to realize that things are not coming by itself, and something needs to be done. And obviously, this seminar today is the first part of talking and discussion what needs to be done to further enhance the foreign investment. It's something the Vietnamese government had to work on. They should give bigger incentive. It makes no sense for a foreign investor to come here and make a lot of clean tech investment. If the rules, regulations, and the follow-up from Vietnamese side are not there, the competition from local companies which are not doing it. We need better macroeconomic conditions here. We need an open, transparent market situation. And if all these things are in place, of course, foreign investors with a long-term view will also be coming here to invest in Vietnam in any area, not only high labor intensive with low cost.
Rất nhiều những cái dự án đầu tư nước ngoài vào đây là họ vướng, họ bức xúc về cái nguồn lao động mà địa phương cung cấp không có, hoặc là có nhưng không đầy đủ. Họ phải đi thuê bên ngoài và họ đào tạo lại, họ đưa chính quốc, cho nên phát sinh cho cái giá thành rất cao. Và ở đây là cũng có ý kiến cho rằng là phải tích cực đào tạo, nâng cao, chú trọng đến cái đội ngũ dạy nghề. Tôi cho rằng là đúng nhưng chưa đủ. Việt Nam cần phải tính đến là những công nghệ cao và đi tắt đón đầu. Do vậy là cái nhóm nguồn nhân lực chất lượng cao ở cái trình độ từ đại học trở lên ấy là hết sức phải chú trọng, hết sức chú trọng. Thì qua thực tế làm việc các tập đoàn thì họ cũng đều rất mong mỏi như vậy. Và chính sách của ta thì cũng có, nhưng mà thực tế triển khai rất là ít và nó chưa gắn kết.
Vietnam is still doing very well, and Vietnam is still very attractive, but there's less money being brought throughout the world. So countries have to adapt, just like business has to adapt, just like the human resource has to adapt. Everyone has to adapt to the changing world. Once they adapt, then they can compete more. One of the problems is education is always moving. It's always moving forward. Companies are always looking for more new skills, and that's what you need to do. You need to have the ability to adapt, to prepare people for today's world. So it's quality education, it's quality investment, and it's quality development. And if you have that, then Vietnam will grow to be even more successful in terms of FDI, in terms of development, and in terms of the skills of its people.
We'll now move on to some other news. A Belgium economic delegation led by Crown Prince Philip visited Hải Phòng City in northern Vietnam on Wednesday. The visit was aimed to enhance cooperation between Belgium and Vietnam and turn Hải Phòng into a modern industrial city by 2020.
This is the largest delegation to visit the city so far. 40 businesses involved in seaport management and development, along with other economic fields, were present. Prince Philip and his entourage attended the inauguration of the wastewater treatment plant during his second visit to the Ningwu industrial zone, which has so far attracted 43 projects totaling $1.54 billion. The industrial zone is considered an example of investment cooperation between Belgium and other partners. On the same day, Haiphong City held a meeting for Belgium and local businesses to discuss possibilities and opportunities for cooperation.
A workshop on promoting technology transfer between Vietnam and Belgium took place in Hanoi on Tuesday. The event was co-organized by the Vietnam's Institute of Science and Technology and Wallonia Brussels International.
On the side of the Federation Wallonia Brussels, 4 representatives, including 3 universities and a logistic company, delivered their speech. They referred to the key factors to promote technology transfers, such as maintaining intellectual property rights and incubation to expand the value chain. Vietnamese side, including officials of the Ministry of Science and Technology and Hanoi University of Science and Technology, also reported some important results and successes in the past years. In conclusion, the event brought in a broad view of international technology cooperation, especially in establishing spin-off companies, which is an ideal solution to commercialize intellectual properties.
And following is some other economic news in brief.
The Da Nang Investment Promotion Center recently announced that the city has attracted 213 projects capitalized at nearly $3.2 billion, most of which are concentrated on tourism, services, real estate, and industry. In the first 2 months of this year, Da Nang has licensed 5 more foreign investor projects with a total registered capital of more than $10 million. Service and tourism projects have particularly tapped into Da Nang's potential, which is in line with the city's plan for restructuring its economy, focused on the service, agricultural, and industrial sectors.
Nippon Export and Investment Insurance of Japan provided $64.5 million in overseas United Loan Insurance to build the Sirapuk 4A hydropower plant in the central province of Dak Lak. The contract for the 14-year loan was signed in Hanoi on Wednesday between Buon Duan Hydropower JSC, the project investor, and the provider of the loan, Sumitomo Mitsui Bank of Japan. The 1.7 trillion VND project will supply 308 million kilowatt-hours to the country's power network each year.
The Ocean Bureau of Mines and Vietnam's Southern Global Company have just signed a contract for mine exploration and exploitation on Wednesday. The mineral exploration site will cover 24 kilometers at Sang Thom district in the suburb of Vien Chanh. The Vietnamese side also donated $40,000 to build 5 houses for the ocean veterans on this occasion.
Timberlink Company from New Zealand is investing in a timber processing plant in Vietnam's southern province of Bien Hoa. The objective of this investment is to increase the durability of Vietnamese softwood products. Carrie Bloor, the general director of Timberlink Vietnam, said that the plant has a total funding of $3 million and will come into function in April 2012.
Vietnam Journal. It's not just news, it's life in Vietnam.
Welcome back to our news bulletin. The U.S. Higher Education Fair 2012 took place in Hanoi on Thursday. The event was organized by the Institute of International Education, or IIE, in Vietnam.
The fair attracted the participation of nearly 30 U.S. institutions and hundreds of participants in Hanoi. Coming to the fair, students and their parents had a chance to talk to the U.S. universities' representatives about the standardized tests, admission process, and other information. At the reception, discussing issues related to studying in the U.S. were also held at the fair. The U.S. Higher Education Fair will be held in Ho Chi Minh City on March 17th. The Institution of International Education was set up in 1919 in New York and officially entered Vietnam in 1997.
A music performance to welcome the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization of FAO delegates took place on Wednesday. The event was held at the Northern Mountainous Agriculture and Forestry Science Institute in Vietnam's northern province of Phu Thọ.
At the event, the delegates enjoyed Vietnamese traditional dances such as Khen, Dao, and Hmong ethnic dances. Hmong ethnic people are concentrated in the northern mountainous provinces of Lao Cai and Hà Giang. The dances are a harmonious mixture of traditional dresses, instruments, and skillful Vietnamese dancers. The music performance attracted the participation of delegates from many countries in the world. The performance helps international delegates obtain a better insight to Vietnamese traditional culture.
Chân Temple in Vietnam's northern province of Hưng Yên has been recognized as a historical and architectural treasure of the nation. Let's follow our NETVIET VTC10 reporter to explore this temple.
The temple is dedicated to Hưng Đạo Đại Vương Trần Quốc Tuấn, a national hero in the 13th century. Historical documents say the general took advantage of the local river system to defeat the powerful Mongol Yuan invaders from the north. Later, locals set up the temple by the old river to commemorate his merit.
Các bạn thân mến, hiện tôi đang có mặt ở bên trong của đền Trần và khi vừa bước qua cổng để vào trong đền thì tôi đã bắt gặp ngay 3 tấm bia đá rất lớn. Con thưa chú có thể cho cháu biết rõ hơn về 3 tấm bia đá này không ạ?
Vâng, xin giới thiệu với mọi người đây là 3 trong 10 tấm bia đá cổ của nhà Trần mà được tồn tại tại di tích đền Trần Hưng Yên ở miền Bắc Việt Nam. Trong 3 tấm bia này thì nó có chữ hai mặt. Cái mặt hai cái tấm bia đá lớn này thì là ghi lại cái công lao, cái đạo đức của Trần Đạo với dân tộc và với dòng họ.
Công lao của Thành
với dân tộc và với dòng họ. Thế còn cái tấm bia đá nhỏ này là ghi lại là cái thời kỳ trùng tu lần thứ 2 của di tích là vào đời nhà Nguyễn.
Trần Temple was built under the Trần Dynasty. First it was small, then through different dynasties, the temple was expanded and now features the architecture in the Yuan dynasty.
Chú ơi, đây là gian tiền tế đúng không ạ? Thì cháu được biết rằng là khi mà gian tiền tế là cái gian đầu tiên của đền. Thì thường là cháu thấy rằng là khi mà đến các đền thì gian tiền tế là thờ các quan đúng không ạ? Thì ở đây là cháu thấy rằng gian tiền tế thì có một ban riêng là ban quan văn và quan võ. Thì ở đây thì là thờ tự như nào ạ?
Thực ra là cái ban gian tiền tế này thì là người ta là thờ là quan văn quan võ. Với những di tích nó có cái không gian rộng luôn, làm riêng ra. Nhưng với di tích của đền Trần Yên thì không gian nó hẹp. Thì người ta có một cái bát hương chung ở cái ban công đồng là người ta thờ cả quan văn quan võ.
Trần Temple still retains all royal recognition certificates from the past dynasties. Over time, the handwriting on those certificates has somehow lost its original color, but it still remains unchanged, like the immortal merits of Saint Trần to the country. Every year, Trần Temple Festival is held on lunar August the 20th and March the 8th to mark the general's death anniversary and victory over the Mongol Yuan invaders. In the festival, dignitaries gather at the temple to pray for favorable weather for crops and happy life for people.
Well, the story about Chân Temple has wrapped up our news bulletin today. For comments and feedbacks, please send us an email to netvietdaily@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching. We wish you a happy weekend and see you again tomorrow.